Hi, I'm Chad from CD Shaving. I had somebody recently ask me what I do for post-shave. So I just finished a shave. I'm just going to kind of go over some of the stuff that I do. One of the things I like to do is I like to rinse out my razor. That's the first thing I usually do. I take it apart, and I rinse it in the water and get all the cream off of it. This is before I even start treating my face with an after treat, like cold water or anything. I take, because if I find the hot water rinses this crap off, I usually rinse off the razor or the razor pieces. I even go so far as to take the blade out carefully. I don't rub the blade with the towel. I just kind of rinse it off in the water and get all the crap off of it. So it's just water. And again, last piece. Rinse it in that. While that's drying, I let the hot water out. When I do, I take the brush and actually rinse the inside of the sink off with it. Keeps everybody else in the house happy. Run that cold water. Bring out that brush. Then I take some of that cold water and splash it on my face. And I want to wash as much of that soap off as I can, because then I'm going to hit it with an Allen block. Now, some of you say this gives good feedback. It stings a little bit, maybe you shaved a little bit too close. These things always sting for me. Always have, always will. So, I have sensitive skin, but Allen block seals off any nicks or cuts that you have. Helps fight infection, kills bacteria. Yeah, Allen blocks are not comfortable, at least for me. It's stinging right now, but oh well, it's what you have to do to help seal off your pores and get and get your skin back to where it was. When I store the Allen block, I store it on top of a piece of cabinet liner, rubber cabinet liner. Stick it up like that and let it dry that way. Then I go ahead and just wait. While I'm waiting for that to kind of set in, I rinse my bowl out. If you have a bowl. If you don't, then don't rinse it out. I mean, shit. I'm sure you can find something to do. For a minute and a half it takes for that to do its thing. My recommendation is not to leave the alum on your skin for a while. I would rinse it off, about a minute, maybe a minute and a half later. Again, cold water will take care of that. Then I take the towel, pat it dry, don't rub. Grab yourself some stinky witch hazel. Yeah, I don't care what you say. This stuff sucks. It doesn't burn, but it smells like shit. My face is a little bit irritated tonight because I think the blade that I used before, I should have gotten rid of it. It was on its last leg. So, and I probably shouldn't have shaved with it. I should have just done a brand new one, but I didn't. Oh well. So while I'm letting that soak in, or the witch hazel, I take my brush. Okay, you don't have to go crazy. This is just to kind of dry off the outer bristles. I don't suggest mashing the thing in there like this. Just You know, like the Bob Ross, the painter, used to say, "You beat the dickens out of it," while we paint our happy little trees. There. See, it kind of looks almost dry, fluffed up and everything. So, and then I either stand it. I try to stand it up like this. I try to put it in a stand, which I have to hang it dry. After I usually leave it there for I get up the next day, it's dry, or I come home from work, I'll take it out of the stand and then stick it with the rest of the brushes. So, after I'm done with that, then I rinse off the witch hazel. Again, my face is definitely a little irritated tonight. So, what better to handle an irritated face than to throw an alcohol-based aftershave on it? I'm going to use Sterling's Executive Man with menthol added because my face kind of hurts. So, oh yeah, there's the sting. But it's not as bad. It's because of the menthol. But you see my face, so it's not terrible, but it's a little bit irritated. Anyway, I love menthol, man. That stuff feels so nice and cool. But my face does dry out a little bit. It takes about 20 minutes. After that, I will probably put Nivea for Men post-shave balm for sensitive skin. I'll put some of this on there. You won't see this because, again, it takes 20 minutes. And I'm not going to stand here and talk to you for 20 minutes. That's not happening. So, I usually have some sort of beverage with me when I shave. It's usually water. So anyway, that's my post-shave. And then I usually just take the towel and hang it up. When I put the soaps away, upside down, I put it between two other soaps usually. So it's kind of like this, right? And then that way the air can get at it and it dries. Never cover the soap up after you use it and put it away. It's going to ruin the soap. Some people tell it don't even put the cover back on at all. I usually wait anywhere between 8 to 16 hours. It's usually closer to 16 because I'll leave this. It's nighttime right now. I'll get up and go to work tomorrow, and I won't cover this till I come home, and which will be 16 hours from now. Well, more than that actually, but God, I love the smell of this stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and store this away, get it ready to go, or get it ready to dry, and then I'll just leave it, and I'll be done for the night. So, oh. When you do store your razors, I'm actually going to put a fresh blade in my, I almost always use Astras in my Miele R41. So I'm going to go ahead and put an extra blade, or a fresh blade in that, so I don't have to do it tomorrow. And that's how they come. Take it out of the wrapper here. And I'll show you how I store the razor. Right? Sandwich it together. Take both pieces. Normally, before I shave, you're going to tighten it down and then back it off a smidge. I unscrew it, not all the way, but enough to where you can see that that's pretty loose. You can even hear it rattling around. So that's how I store it. That way, if there's any residual water, it's going to get to it. And that's a good way to keep that from landing any rust stains. You could leave the blade out of there until you use it, till you need to do it tomorrow, but I just put it in there. I don't care. It'll be fine. It usually is. So that's how I know. Anyway, so that's my post-shave care. That's what I do. And if you guys have any questions or any comments, feel free to let me know. And I hope you guys have a good evening. And those of you who shave at night, have a great shave. And we'll see you next time.